Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is just about 6:53. Time to catch you up on the top stories of the day with the Morning Sprint.
Olivia Roberts has new development in the trial of the other 3 police officers involved in the death of George Floyd.
But first, let's go to Mark Peterson, tracking some near record low temperatures.
It's the current condition. It's 4 degrees. It's not a golf term here. First alert weather, yeah, we have 4, but it feels like it's about 6 below 0, 5 below 0 now, with light winds, 9 below into Coeur d'Alene. If you're going to be heading out, make sure you're dressed appropriately. We're going to expect to see increased cloud cover tonight into tomorrow morning with a chance of snow that's going to happen again in the early morning hours, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Our high today, 22.
Before you head outside into the cold, make sure you have the new and improved KXLY weather app. If you still need it, just go to your phone's app store so you can get all of your weather updates wherever you go, right to your phone, and it is free.
Students in the Lapwai School District won't have class today because of a threatening phone call. It's not clear what was mentioned in that phone call, but the district says it was made yesterday morning. Students were put in a lockdown and then sent home early as police responded to the situation. The district assured families that all students and staff were safe. All after-school activities and athletics are canceled today as well.
A North Idaho town is booming and police are struggling to keep up. The city of Hayden has seen a 30% increase in population over the last 10 years. While more people are moving in, the number of law enforcement in the area is not growing. The city contracts with the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. It currently has 3 full-time and 1 part-time deputy covering a city of 17,000 people. The sheriff is hosting a town hall tonight to talk about what's needed to be done to help with safety moving forward. That meeting begins at 6. It'll be at the Kootenai County Emergency Management Office.
We are in the final stages of the federal trial for 3 former Minneapolis police officers charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights. In just hours, jury deliberations are set to begin. Tou Thao, Alexander King, and Thomas Lane are charged with depriving Floyd of his civil rights by failing to help when Officer Derek Chauvin pressed his knee into Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes. In closing arguments, prosecutors told the jury the former officers were all aware that the unreasonable force was being used on Floyd and that each of them knew what procedures could help but chose not to act. The defense painted a different picture, arguing their clients were inexperienced or had inconsistent training and did not have intent to harm Floyd. The former officers now face life in prison if convicted.
New this morning, American consumers lost nearly $60 billion to fraud in 2021. That's according to newly released data from the Federal Trade Commission. It shows consumers lost $5.8 million last year. That's an increase of more than 70% over the previous year. The most commonly reported category was imposter scam, followed by online shopping scams. The FTC urges people to protect themselves by refusing to give out personal or financial information in response to an unexpected request.
Canada has broken up the truckers' protests that brought Ottawa to a standstill, but now 3 similar convoys are headed for Washington, D.C. The goal is to create gridlock on the already crowded Beltway. The exact arrival time of the trucks is not known, but the first one is expected to arrive today. Calling themselves the People's Convoy, the truckers are protesting COVID-19 restrictions as well as other things.
February is American Heart Month, and one local pastor is a living testament to hope after heart disease. Rick Hafner was in his 50s when he had to get 4 heart bypasses at the hospital. Turns out he had coronary artery disease, meaning his liver produces too much cholesterol. Hafner says heart disease runs in his family on both sides, but he didn't think it happened to him until it did. After his surgery, he became a patient at Providence St. Luke's Rehabilitation Medical Center, but only just started going in for rehab regularly. He's now 67 years old, 30 pounds lighter, and says he's never felt better. See Rick's full story and some heart health tips from Providence on KXLY.com.
New this morning, it appears, is another health-related concern linked to COVID-19. People who tested positive for the virus face a higher risk of heart problems months after recovering. That's according to a study published in the February edition of Nature Medicine Journal. The findings were based on more than 153,000 veterans who had COVID.
Gas prices are rising and the Ukrainian crisis could keep that trend going. AAA says the national average for a gallon of gas is $3.53. That's a 4-cent hike from last week and 90 cents more from this time last year. Experts say a Russian invasion of its neighboring country would be matched with severe financial sanctions. That would likely lead the Kremlin to withhold oil from the world market. As gas prices soar, GMA has tricks to save money next time you fill up your tank. We'll be back with weather after this.